Good evening and welcome to episode 50 of season 9 of Factorytown Pipe Mania, where you might be looking at this and wondering, what have I just done here, because this doesn't make any sense. But I have discovered something new, and I love when I discover something new in the game that I've been playing for years. Didn't know it works. Last episode we added the last of our houses and did the berry cake thing, and everything's fantastic. However, some of our places are now struggling because we're up to 126 houses. And we need more. Something else I discovered as well, if you copy paste houses, you can over the limit. I don't know if it'll let me do it now at the limit or not, but I copied this is not enough house population now, but we were under the limit. I copied a line, put a new line in, and I could put 4 more houses here. I was like, huh? What? Okay, so I removed them because it was weird. It went to 130. I've also added wells into the center here, you can see. To allow the water to get out. I am very confused as to why. Oh, they're all facing down. Oh, okay. I was like, what? Why are some facing? But I've had another one there, so now when we go underground here, you can see we have water. We have all the water galore. Not worried about it. Water's fine. They were dealing with water fine themselves, but I just wanted to add that so we get a bonus, not a bonus, to guarantee the water. But more importantly, I was looking over the supply, seeing what's struggling. Lots of stuff struggling. Antidote, health potions, reinforced planks are very much struggling. And I started with jam because it was right next door, and I upgraded all the jam people with just one more yellow coin to increase their production by another 50%. These can deal with 21 houses each, which meant that this could deal with 93 houses. 63 houses. They'd already been doubled, which made it up to 126. So technically we were on par, but we wasn't. And the reason we wasn't is because they were struggling to get goods in. Importantly, they were struggling to get goods from the farms and the trees, the forests in. Also, just yeah, all these got coin boosters, and I really should not have done that. Some people, makes so much more sense to do that rather than coin boosters. We have the workforce, so. But anyway, we've done coin boosters, but they were struggling to get it because the pipes couldn't deal with it, and it's not the pipes weren't fast enough. It was that we were taking the pipes from the farm to here, and then splitting it 3 ways, and doing the same with this one. And when you split it 3 ways, it really can't keep up. Splitting an Omnipipe through, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to feed them. Even both of them doing it wasn't enough to feed them. So, well, I need a better way to do this. I need to have the farms that are producing the crop. They're going to have 3 pipes each. So you'll have 3 pipes, and you'll have 3 pipes, and it'll be fine and dandy and fantastic. And whilst I was doing it, I built the thing. I then copied and pasted it from here to from the front here. I just went like this, copy, paste it in here, and then realizes that this farm can connect to this farm, but you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to input into other farms because this is an output. However, you'll see there's no arrows on these Omni connectors, and there are arrows on here. If you edit the Omni connector to custom, and you say can deposit to an output, it can deposit to an output, which allows this farm to deposit its berries into this farm's output. So when this farm is working and can't keep up with the amount of output it has because it's now got 3 output pipes, this farm tops it off. And same for this one. And same for this one. And oh, that's so much easier. I didn't know you could daisy chain buildings that way. You are still limited by the pipes. We will still hit the point where these Omnipipes cannot keep up, but it's going to be a little while now. Potentially, instead of going, we had 2 yellow coins. We could go, I think, to 6 yellow coins, and it will be fine. We'll be able to run easily because that's 3 times the amount, and it was kind of running at 3 times previously when we split the pipe between 3. So we should do that. I did not know that was a thing. I played this game for a long time. Didn't know that was a thing. I know that buildings had an update for the input-output things a while ago, so whether it came along with that, I don't know. Whether it's intentional, I don't know. But there is an option. There is actually an option here that says deposit to output. So I guess it is intentional that you can do that, which is fantastic, because it means that there are other builds that we could do that now don't have to worry about not so many pipes, because you can just daisy chain buildings together, but more importantly, splitting pipes like we have over here for the books. We're doing a lot of it. We're doing a lot of not here. Here, obviously, we're bringing this down. This doesn't kind of apply to it because we're splitting pipes here and doing things. This is all fine because I already counted for that. However, like with this, for instance, instead of having these all spread out like this, we could have this farm input to this farm and this farm input to that farm, and then it wouldn't work in this one here because of the way we designed it. But you know what I mean. You can daisy chain things, which is nice to see. So yeah, just thought I'd point that out. You can input into a building. If you input into a building anywhere, put into the side of this building here and show you badump like that. It sets up automatically as input. You just untick the auto config. Badump, this opens up here. You just go, where do you want to deposit into? Well, I'm going to not do input because this is not going to accept whatever I'm inputting. I'm going to say output because you don't have an input for. You don't have an input. Foresters don't have an input. So we're just going to input into the output. And it works. It basically becomes kind of like a storage, which is weird. So happy. Awesome. So I need to go around and do the other bits and pieces, which I haven't done yet. Particularly, I mean, it's only up to 64%. So, but as long as this green number is above 50, this should never drop below 100. That's how I feel. I think that's the correct rate. Although these are not above 100, these are kind of right on the edge at the moment, and they're at 45. I think you want to keep the active houses consuming above 50. If it drops below 50, then that means you're not supplying enough goods to support 100% of it. Because a lot of times the consumption of an item, which is under 50%. So like here for fish, you would have to keep 45% to 60 happy in order to keep the bonus there. Basically, you need to, yes, you can add the two together for the minimum bonus for that, but when it comes to supply, the green line on here, yeah, the supply, that is how much they're consuming. So that one's under, where's fish? Go with grilled fish. Here it is. So, so this one is the 60 seconds, and this one is the 45 seconds. But I believe as long as the supply is above 50%, the happiness should never drop. I think it's not quite 50%. It's actually going to be slightly more than 50% for this one because it's 45 seconds to 60. So, but if you had a house that consumed something at 100 seconds and then wanted it every 65 seconds, you'd have to fill it up to 65% happiness to keep 65% supply to keep 100 happiness. So with that being said, I'm going to go around and do the rest of them. We're going to have a look, see what's what. So water we're good for. Fish, chicken, and beef we're gonna cover later on. I'm going to expand those. We'll do that very quickly there. Reinforced plank. Let's have a very quick look at reinforced plank. See whether it's a quick fix. Where is reinforced plank being made? Is that here? No, that's pickaxes. It's here. I think the issue with this is iron. Yeah, iron's dead, so we can't fix that. We can't fix that till we get the magic. So let's fix the food. Let's do the food first, and then we will look at getting magic going. So I'm just going to basically copy this another up here, do the same here. Move the fish over and do the same. Instead of having one pipe supply 9, I'm going to have 3 pipes supply 9 or more, however we need. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So I'll be right back once that is built because you've seen this. It's just going to be copy and paste. Okay, we are back and money's doing very well. We've got loads of yellow coins, which is awesome. I had to do a couple of interesting thing. Firstly, this is our new fishery area. We have 2 fisheries. I planted loads of fish as well. Placed. stocked. You stock fish, don't you? Stock loads of fish. So we have loads of fish here now. So you've got access to enough, and you've got access to enough where everything is fantastic. Yep. This is all running absolutely fine. These are running one cooked fish kitchen is 10 houses. So technically 3, 6, 9, 12 is running 120, which we got 126 houses. So I've added a yellow coin booster to each one to give it a bonus. So yeah, I was toying with the idea of Steam for it to get a +2 bonus, which would, instead of the yellow coin booster, would give us way more. But then I was like, well, if I had a yellow coin booster to each one of these, that makes them worth 20 each, so that's 60. So that's 6, 12, 18, 24. That's 240 houses there for fish. So we're good. We're good for fish. When it comes to these here, I extended the beef over, and I had to extend this, but rotate it 180 degrees because we ran into a patch of sand. We kind of done it here as well, but it's not so bad. This is doing fine. A lot of this is backed up, however, because I messed up. I put it all in, and I was trying to figure out why we weren't getting enough chicken. Chicken was running out, and I was like, what's going on here? It's now full. I hadn't run the path along the back here to get the bonuses to these houses, these kitchens. So all this was running with the bonus from the town centre, and these were not. And it's like, what's going on? And we were actually using more chicken when we were supplying. So we was the cooked chicken was running low. It would have been fine, however. One is 15 houses, so this is 45. 45 times 4. We've got 180 houses here. So both this and beef are the same. So it's 180 houses at the moment, not including the bonuses. So if you add the bonuses to it, which is what is that at the moment? 2.8. Is that right? 1.8 happiness. Yeah. So we're getting 1.8 happiness bonus from it. So we're doubling our speed anyway. So this is going to last us for ages. But it's 180 houses, if not. Yeah, so that works well. I have had to change a lot of stuff underground, however, because I really started hitting the limits of pipes. If I was to connect all of these together into one pipe, only like the first, not even the first 6, the first 5 kind of go, and then the rest of them are all stuck. So yeah, Omnipipes, they need speeding up. And I've had to run the pipes above ground here because it's just getting a mess underground here. So the pipes running above ground. Left a gap in between so that we can get the cooked fish pipe in between, and then remembered that it doesn't work that way, so I had to go above. But we can come, if we need another pipe coming out the side, we can come out this side and come down to here, and the other side can do that, and the fish one can go over the top and into the back. And I moved the food market to the outside over here. So overall, this is good. This is working fine. This is brilliant. I have employed something down here, which is a bit different. These are actually balanced. And by that, rather than the one pipe come in and split 3 ways, it still does it, but it does it in a different way. We have our splitters here, and I've explained this before, but never really done it. But we've got our splitters here where I've changed the ratio. The ratio for the centre is 2. So it will send 1 right, 2 forward, and 1 left. Now, I can't do the 1 left, so it'll just skip that, so it doesn't worry about it. But it sends 1 to the right, 2 forward. And then this one sends 1 to the right, 1 forward. So 1 comes here, 2 goes up, 1 comes here, 1 goes up, 1 comes here. And it starts again. So each one is getting an even field. So you can, rather than doing the 3-way one, the bring a pipe in, split it 3 ways, which would still work here because we're not using fish at that high of a rate. We are just splitting it that way. So 2, 1, same here, 2, 1. And that just evens it out all out. So and you can carry that on along the line. If you were to add another 3 on there, I'd just change this to be 4 forward and 1. And this would be 3, the next one would be 2, the next one would be 1. And there you go. So that'll work absolutely fine. And I think our fish is all backed up. I've got this weird thing underground. I didn't really think about getting the fish into the barn until after I put all the coal in. It's like, yeah. So yeah, I tried putting all of them into the same place, in the same pipe. It didn't work, so I had to double the pipes. And then if I want to expand this, I don't really know how I'm going to do it, but I don't think we need to because this is 240. So I think we're good. Okay, so that is future-proofed us. This is 180 and can be boosted. We haven't even added any coins to this yet, so that can be boosted. I said had to move the farms around. You've got no water in your fields, so we should do that. Some of these are struggling on the end, and it's just because the farms are running out of grain. Because obviously it's newly planted, so there's no affinity. This will be the same here, I think. But this is doing fine because it doesn't use anywhere near the amount that beef does. Beef uses 4, and chicken uses 2. So yeah, so don't worry about really putting water in those there. Water for these ones, I taps into these here. So they send to 3 wells, feed this first, and then out to that one there. So that shouldn't be a problem. Do note, however, if you do this and you're doing milk, you do need to filter these to be an input only, which I've done anyway. They're input only. But they will auto set themselves to input output, and they will output milk if you do that. I kept getting caught by that with the coal. The amount of times I'd come under here and find like raw beef or cooked beef on the coal line, I was like, no, what have I done? So now all these are actually filtered to be input only and coal. So I'm double downing on the filters. So yeah, so all good, okay. The next list on the agenda, the next thing on the agenda is one. Probably cooked fish is going to need a second line for delivering. I think we're at that limit for the pipes now, so we need to fix that. But reinforced planks require iron, more iron. We do not have that. We need omni planters. We need them. We need them a lot. And then we can expand this and change things and do bits and pieces with this and other things. Also, when we get omni planters and I do this, I might move the we're going to basically put in a row of mines here with iron, so we can expand this left and right and whatever we want to do with it. And then I think I'm going to put the forester behind it, maybe double the forester up, and we'll split this into 2. So one side feeds the reinforced planks, the other side feeds the pickaxes. I think that's going to be a better way of doing it for us. We're struggling. We're very struggling here. But to do that, we need to research more things. More importantly, we need to actually research magic that we don't have access to yet. So we need, the powers would be nice. I did say a couple episodes ago we were going to get into doing firepower, which unlocks the fire shrine and the fire boost. Would also unlock magma for us, which would be quite nice. But we can't do any of that. Because actually no, magma's the fire temple, isn't it? So we need the fire temple. Okay, so we need these. We need these 3. We need all of this. Not all of this, but we do need. But we do. But we don't. So let's unlock firepower. Oh dear. Water power, earth power, and air power. And then I want to unlock the temples as well, because they are required for making the power stuff. There we go. Now airships we can't unlock. We're not going to use them anyway. I love airships. Airships are great. They're slow, yeah, but they're great fun. Really enjoy them. We do need some other things. So magic rail, we need that. Let's unlock magic rail. Put on. Magic conveyor belt, we need that. Put on. So now we can make all the things we want to make other than magic jewelry. Magic jewelry unlocks the magic cloak and robe. Not the necklace. What magic jewelry unlock the necklace? Huh. Nope, that's elemental jewelry, which requires magic jewelry. Okay, so we do want magic jewelry, but then we want elemental jewelry. There we go. Okay, so now we have everything unlocked to get ourselves to tech level 9, which is what we want, because in tech level 9 there are omni planters, which does this. So we're still going to have to struggle and suffer with not having enough iron mines, I suppose is the best. Yeah, with not enough iron and coal. With not enough mines in general. So, which does mean that we have a problem here as well, because we need to expand this. Not necessarily just for the knowledge, but for other things as well. Like I want to put mines down here and then get some of the temple stuff going. which we'll need later. What to do next? What to do next? Well, I think we should just work on getting these done, like magic rails and getting ourselves to the next set level. I think we should do that. That's where we should go for it. So, what do we need to make magic rails? Well, we're not going to use them, and we were going to just build them and be done with them. So that's here. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Zoom me in. Click on you. You are going to make us magic rails. There you go. And also magic conveyor belts, I think. We're going to do both. Are we doing conveyor belts here? We are doing conveyor belts and magic rails. So you can do both. Awesome. Let's move down some terrain. And let's move you just over here. So what do you need? Well, you need rails and conveyor belts. Well, that's easy because they're both in this barn here. There you go. And you also need, that's fish coming through the top there. You also need fire crystal and air crystal, which are depleted and then can be recharged. Okay. So how do we get the crystals? Well, that's where the temples come in. And we need ethers for the temple. Of course we do. Do we have any ethers? Are we making ethers? We are making ethers, aren't we? But we're not storing them. Probably should do that, shouldn't I? Should probably store some ethers. Let's regret what I've done here and see whether I can fix it. I really should have put ethers into a barn and then into these mage towers here, so we have things. So we don't have any ethers stored for ourselves. I mean, I could put a barn here, but that kind of defeats the object for what we're going to do. Let me show you. So fire temples, we need the ethers to make them. To actually build them, we need them. So I can't show that off just yet. What I want to do. Okay. Let's go underground. Let's go to the pipe layer. We're good on the pipe layer. Okay. Let's temporarily put a barn in at each one of these places here. Move that one back, and then we're going to go underground to our like that. I wish I could copy paste that, but I can't because it copies the settings to the inputs and outputs, and then you'd have to go over and do everything again. So you might as well just redraw it. I mean, I could copy it, but then I'd have to come into here and change this from air ether to being earth ether. So just do that. Boom, there you go. Boom, there you go. And they are considered liquid. So zoom. There we go. Okay, we'll get ethers nice and quickly. Now it's 200, so it's one whole full barn to make a single temple, which is fine. Because I need to remember how this all works. So we can build a temple. So let's build a fire temple, and we'll put the fire temple here. And let's build one of each actually. Ooh. Temple. Water temple is here. Air temple is actually on the end. It's not the next one. This is one thing that bugs me in this game, but it's not desperately important. Let's go to. Let me just quickly show you this. If I go to anything here, so I want to Omnipipe filters. So if we go to the filters and we go down, you go when it comes to magic and anything like that as well. It goes fire, water, earth, air. Fair enough. Fire, air, water, earth. Fire, water, earth, air. Fire, water, earth, air. The stones are in the wrong order. And it always wound me up. Everything else is fire, water, earth, air is fine. But the stones are in the wrong order. I don't know why. I don't know why they're in the wrong order. They just are. They're not even alphabetical. So it is weird. The stones are in the wrong order. But everything else is fine. And that's why these are in technically the wrong order. We've gone earth because earth was the next stone. In fact, no, earth should have been there. I don't know what order I did these in. What order did I do these in? Hold on. Should have been fire, water, Yeah, fire, water, earth, and air. Is that correct? Is that what I just said? Fire, fire, water, earth, and air. Yeah. Okay. Ah, okay. So then when you go to the temple, instead of being fire, water, earth, and air, it's fire, water, air, and earth. Why are things in the wrong order? Why? Why are things in the wrong order? I don't. Yeah. Anyway, not important. What do these do? Well, these take ethers and mana crystals and produce the crystal of the type. And then they can be used just like mana crystals to create things and then be depleted and then recharged in exactly the same way. So exactly the same way as we have a enchant here set up to use mana crystals. Mana crystal comes out, get recharged, go back in again. You do it with fire crystals. So it's easy. It's dead easy. Now it doesn't deplete the mana crystal. It actually charges it to fire crystals. So you need to have a constant supply of crystals coming in, which again is a bit of a problem here because we don't have anywhere permanently making crystals. We're kind of here with this next bit. Oh yeah, because we're doing things here. So we need to do many different things to change stuff up here. So what I'm thinking is we just make a couple. We make a couple of fire crystals, a couple of water crystals, earth crystals, and air crystals. Just like 10, fill them up. And then once we've done that, we can use them in places. There's not you do use them in places, but they're not like a mega thing. They're rechargeable. They're like rechargeable batteries, so you don't have to worry about like making so many of them. You can make a few, just fill up, say, a barn or something, and be like, hey, there you go, that's enough. That's enough. We don't need any more. So we can get away with that, and we can do it with well, I mean, it uses 2 crystals, so 20 crystals would be 10. So every time we give it a box, a crate, I think I'm going to do silos. That makes sense. So we'll give it 100. So let's do that here, shall we? Let's do that here. Let's that'll fill up all these with there's 400 in here, so that'll fill up that'll be fine, and then that will use some more coal, that's fine. And then we can do things, so I can go underground here to our fluid layer and quite literally just pump the stuff direct. This would be quite nice. I seem to remember they're requiring a huge build to get these working, and I'm just like, no, they only require 2 things. So I don't. Maybe they are consumed for something later on, and I'm just forgetting. No, I feel like I'm forgetting something important here. I feel like this needs to be way larger than this, because you need the fire crystals being produced, or maybe that's for the elemental refineries. Maybe that's what it is. They require so much of the stone to be run. I don't know. I am also very confused as to why the boosters are red for this and not blue. Blue is the magic coin, and this is magic. I don't know why boosters are not blue for the elemental refineries. It just seems odd to me. But oh well. Not desperately important. Right, so let's put these down here. We can come underground, and we can in fact go to the mana pipe layer for this one if you want to, and use some mana pipes for this, because they are mana crystals, so we can input them via mana crystals. And we can do the same output in them if you want to. We can do exactly the same output in them. But there you go. So that's got everything it needs. It takes a long time. It takes 10 seconds to make one. It takes a while and uses 8 ether a go. So it's quite expensive. Almost using 1 ether a second, which is, well, it uses 2 elemental refineries, because these produce 4 in 10 seconds to run a single fire temple. So if we were to tap into this to actually use it properly, it won't work for us. We'd be starving our books. So that's not a terrible thing because the books, again, not desperately needed. They're really going to be a happiness bonus for us. So okay, so we're going to get some fire crystals, which is awesome. So what do we need? What do we need? We need. I don't even need that many at the moment. Even a crate's too many. 20, isn't it? Yeah. What do we need? What do we need? We need fire, and we need air. Obviously, I want everyone. I want everyone stored in crates. So we're gonna put the crates in right next to them, and have them kind of fill in the crates, and then we'll just put the crates back. And we'll just have this as like a little mini storage area, temporary use, and then we can just grab the stones as and when we need them. I'm gonna actually wait for that to hit 10, and then we're gonna move the crate out. And then same for air. 10. Oh, that's 11. No, how dare you? How dare you? Missed it. Oh well. Because we don't need that many. We don't need that many. They're not going to be overly used up here because it's just going to produce enough to not even make 100. I don't know whether this barn's even upgraded to 100, to be honest with you. Damn it, mistakes were already made. Right, you know what, stop. We don't even need 100. Stop. Although we do use rails, don't we? We use rails in underground things, but we can deal with that being slower. Let's put it down here like this, and then let's filter this to be rail, magic rail, metal conveyor belt, and magic conveyor belt. And we don't even need to store them, we just need to make them. So yep, you don't have to even worry about that at all. And so I kind of want to get all the inventory from this into here and not have you make any more. Although maybe having just another barn dedicated to rails wouldn't be a bad thing. So we'll see how that goes. Let's go underground here and let's just do this, and we're going to go let's take whatever. Huh? Oh, because you're not allowed to output anything. Hang on a minute, what's going on here? Take whatever. Just take whatever and fill this barn up. That's fine. We know we can take it. We know it's fine. Boom. There you go. Right, so you're full of rails. I decided to take all the rails out of this one first. Okay. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Not important. So what do we want to do here? Well, we want to have our enchanter kind of here. We want to go like this, then that. Okay. You are going to be metal rails. You are going to be, oh dear, metal conveyor belts. You are going to be magic conveyor belts, and you are going to be magic rail. Okay. You do that. So, okay. Leave that there. Right, okay. So this is going to start making its thing and doing its stuff. It's very, very slow. Very, very slow. It's going to take 30 seconds to do both of them. That's fine. And then we just need an enchanter. Not an enchanter, a recharger. Or two. I'm going to put 2 in because what's going on here? We do it underground. Let's do it underground. Do it underground with the mana pop layer. You are going to take fire crystals, and you are going to take air crystals. Because they're done at different rates, although they should be done at the same pace because it's doing both of them at the same time, so it evenly spreads the workloads. But because they are done at different rates now, I don't want to have just like the fire crystals use up one area. I don't think they would. I don't think one recharger should be enough to deal with all that. But there you go. Anyway, that'll do. That'll do. And that will make us our enchantedness for everything we need. You are very slowly making rails. We're not making metal conveyor belts anymore. They're just stored in there, aren't they? Oh, that's because we don't actually need them anymore, do we? Oh. No. But that's okay. We'll start making them. And there you go. We're making them. Woohoo! Okay. You are full of enough stuff to do that. We might have to actually just scrap some of the rails in here. We have too many of them. Boom. And then you have got loads of stuff underground. I need to keep an eye on this because I feel like I've bulked up the things. They're now full of rails, and we have too many rails. And yeah, but we'll do that. And then this can output its rails to maybe this barn or another barn. We'll probably do another barn. But anyway, we shall leave this one here. We shall come back next time, and we will have enough metal rails and magic conveyor belts, magic rails and magic conveyor belts created. We just need to do elixirs, which we have the setup for already, and we need to do necklaces, which aren't difficult at all. And then we can get tech level 9. We can get omniplanters, and we're right at the end game, which is fantastic. I don't know. We need loads more happiness. Loads more happiness. So I mean, this is good. This will be good. This is not good, but we haven't even touched this yet. This should be better. We're missing something here. Education, yep, we've done that. Gourmet, that's fine. Magical medicine, it's fine. We're going to do elixirs for that. Magical knowledge, that's fine. We have basically do magical supplies and luxury magical supplies. Actually, we're going to do the stamina books. This is why we need the crystals. The crystals are consumed using books. They're not rechargeable, I don't think, for this. So, and then this. So we've only got 2 categories left to fill. All the rest are kind of done. We've got 1 or 2 to add on to, but all the rest are kind of done. So we're there. The end. We can see it. We can see the end. Still got a while left, but we can definitely see the end. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one. It's been a little bit here, there, and everywhere today, but it's okay. We got there. We got them in the end. So yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next one. Until then, as always, have fun.